Good morning. We are in my guest bedroom as I don't want to wake my partner. I have this bandana on to hide my gnarly bedhead, and I've prepared some gruel of maple oatmeal and Morningstar sausage and some coffee. So I really want to take a bath because I woke up at like 6:30, and anytime I wake up before 8, I want to take a warm bath and feel like I've been freshly born, but then I won't work out. And I really want to move my body today because, yeah, I just feel a little bit stagnant in my bones. So instead, I'm sitting in here and fill out my sleep journal. In the turn of the new year, when I was having some like really bad issues with insomnia, and I'm not sure necessarily if it's the prompts that help, but I feel like it's the act of like taking time to assess where you were for the day can be helpful. Although, I mean, I filled it out a handful of times, but I haven't necessarily been like consistent with it. A YA heroin braid is integral to my joyful movement experience, but my partner is refusing to wake up and braid my hair. So you get one look at the back, and that's just because we're friends. I've heard incredible things about dry brushing, not for cellulite's sake, because I really don't care about stuff like that, but to promote circulation in the body before movement and like connection to yourself. So I'm going to dry brush towards my heart before I get dressed. I've completely run out of sunscreen, so I'm like getting the last little droplets. Basically, lately, my joyful movement has looked like it has to be cool, it has to feel fun and funny to me. Like, so I downloaded a ghost hunting app on my phone, and it makes like walking around suburbia a little easier because ultimately, like, occasionally it'll get spooky, but mostly I'm just very nosy. So I feel like I get to like, I'm taking this thing apart. I feel like I get to know what is going on in my neighbors' houses by like seeing if they have ghosts. I don't know. And then I come home and I go to the backyard and I do the workouts. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but if you've read the fantasy series ACOTAR, in the last book, one character has specific workouts, and I do those workouts. And it's funny to me. Like, it's like ironic and silly, and it makes it fun, especially with my like silly little Katniss braid in. I think movement is like very enjoyable and it feels good, but I have such an association of like sickness with gyms. And I also know like as a fat person, I'm considered to be like at the beginning of a journey or what the fuck ever if I go to a gym. But if I'm just like fucking around, then I don't have that shame that comes with the experience of knowing what people are thinking about you at a gym. You know what I mean? That's not to say that I won't ever use a gym. It's just right now I need to feel comfortable in my own experience before I bring it in front of others. It's kind of cold today. I'm wearing a Girlfriend Collective sports bra under my Parfois je suis triste shirt. Sometimes I am sad. It has this sick little dude on it. Let's go. I checked my email after I got done with my walk, and one of the people on my team said something really nice about an ad that I worked really hard on. And there's something so about like positive feedback. My braid out and put on this scalp serum for like thinning hair. I don't know if it works, but I do enjoy the sensory experience of it. So I'm gonna massage this in and finish my cool down. I'm listening to a cozy murder mystery. I'm on like episode 3 of it. I got it at the last bookstore. If you want a step-by-step of my makeup, I'll likely be posting it on Instagram and TikTok. And maybe TikTok. In regards to the whole like exercise thing, I just feel like we as a society need to return to the experience of play, especially for those who didn't really play sports or like kind of go into that as a child. We deserve to do dorky, fun things like that. I'm kind of thinking about the rest of my day, and I think what's going to end up happening is I'm going to film my makeup and work. Invoices to work on from projects that I worked on that have like wrapped up finally before I joined the team that I work with now. And it's gonna be very lovely to like close those chapters and get paid.
I just thought it would have been better to go this morning.
Well,
I'm tragically behind on my reading goal for the year, but every time that I'm like in the mood to read, all I want to read is fanfic instead of any actual book. By the way, the Tower 28 mascara is very, very clumpy. I'm having a hard time right now. Here is my outfit. You can't really see my top, but it's this frilly little blouse and this necklace and some rings. My partner's home. They're making dinner right now. I'm kind of thinking about going to, is this making my motion sick, me on the swing? I'm kind of thinking about going to a coffee shop or a dinner this evening to get out of the house, but I feel like it's gonna mess up my going to bed at 9 p.m. plans, and I don't want to miss those. Thanks for spending this day with me. God, we started and ended in bed together. Gee whiz. Did notice that on my bedside I have finished this, which was really good. I like got sucked into it so quickly, and I had such a hard time, like a reading slump before I got sucked into it, so I was very grateful to it for that time. However, I thought the ending was pretty bad. I don't want to be mean, but I feel like the ending was not what. Maybe with another like 70 pages, it could have been a good ending, but it just wasn't there. As with every other ACOTAR book, I hated all of it until the very end when it was like so much was going on and I was like, oh, this is so cool. Let me know if you like this style of video. I feel like it's gonna be a fair mix coming up. I finally figured out how to use a fucking camera. I know, rapturous applause. So if you enjoyed spending this day with me as much as I enjoyed spending it with you, feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you. You can look forward to videos similar to this vein or review style like they are prior on my channel, and a few scripted things coming soon as well. Okay, bye.